Yo, what's up? Welcome to another episode of Director Talk. In this episode, we'll be breaking down the teaser trailer that was released yesterday on YouTube for the upcoming film, I've Done It Again. One thing I loved about the 1980s teaser trailers were monumental. It was the best 45 seconds to a minute and a half of cinema at its best. Nowadays, I feel trailers give way too much away. And with social media, the way it is, people just want more. When you don't give them enough, they cry. When you give them too much, they cry. Well, I'm old school. I'd rather give you little to nothing and you gotta just wait. To me, that's the best way. Anticipation is everything. Speculation is everything. Having conversations about a teaser is monumental. For example, my favorite trailer of 2022 is also my favorite movie of 2022. And that was Jordan Peele's Nope. On Super Bowl Sunday last year, the trailer was released. And everybody was talking about it and could not figure out what was going on in the upcoming film. Now, Jordan Peele did say, I am dealing with UFOs. He gave us that. But anything else, people had a hard time speculating and trying to conjure up ideas and theories about what the film was going to be about. And to me, that's the best type of marketing, is to get people talking, conversating about your film, not knowing what it really is or about, you know? And like with this teaser trailer, what I did purposely was give you a few images. Now, if you've seen the first film, you can kind of figure some things out already. When you see the blood cells at the beginning of the trailer, you're like, oh, blood cells in part one. Next clue is listen to the dialogue when the blood cells are moving across the screen. In the original film, whenever I refer to myself as my blood is boiling, it's because I was going through a transformation and I was fighting it. When something is new to you and your body is trying to accept it or reject it, it tends to generate heat, therefore a hot boil, and the color red. Gave you the theme for the first film, the backdrop of black and white and red. Also, in the last film, I introduced the blood moon, therefore the color red, and you had a red moon for a small portion of the film. In this one, I'm introducing the harvest moon, which is blue. Therefore, the theme of this film is black, white, and blue. Now, I'm not going to tell you what the harvest moon is. I'll let you do some digging and diving and searching to figure that out on your own. Very unique situation with the harvest moon, or they call the blue moon, hence once in a blue moon. But the blood cells are key in this new trailer because the dialogue says, I'm no longer fighting. I've accepted what I am. So when you accept something, your body transforms, so therefore it cools down and the blood cells become more acceptance of its host. Therefore, the cooling of blue. Blue means calm, cool. And in the marketing of this trailer, if you are a follower of mine on Instagram, I use a theme song called Use Your Heart. This is most definitely a love story. And how do you induce love and feelings? Well, use your heart. Animals use instinct to get through life. Mating, hunting. A wolf have particular eyes to see better at night. Canine, they're keen. So I use the images of eyes a lot in my marketing for this film to represent the wolf. But in contrast, I'm showing you an eye, but I'm telling you, use your heart, not your eyes. That shows the love story that's taking place, because an animal, yes, they can love and they can love unconditionally, but keen instincts always take over, and they are an animal for a reason. So that's why I'm using the kind of tricking of what you're looking at, but what I'm saying is very contradictory to get you to start thinking. The next image, you see an up-close vision of my face sitting and basking in the sun, which animals do. And you can tell there's a lot going through my head in this particular shot, but listen to the music being played in the background. It's very key. Is Native American Aztec music. Now in the dialogue, when you see the blood cells going across the screen, the main character refers to himself as a god. Now that is key. You're thinking, wait a minute, you're no longer human, you're more than human, now you're a god. Well, in certain cultures, wolves are worshipped. Listen to the music, do a little bit of research of Native American history, and you will see why wolves are revered as special beings, not just animals. Hence the God complex. This film will tackle all types of situations. Kind of like, me and my buddy Cyrus was talking on the phone earlier this morning. After he seen the trailer, he goes, yeah, man, I like the conflict, because it kind of reminds me of a comic book villain origin story. I'm like, yes, you're right. The best horror movies like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, conflict within. The Incredible Hulk, conflict within. You have horror and comics go hand in hand when it comes to certain characters. And I let a few people see the dailies. Of course, the people in the film, but I have a particular friend who lives in Canada, and she's a huge fan of my work, and she's a kind of a nerd when it comes to film, behind the scenes, and also books. So I share my dailies with her, and she says something very compelling. She goes, wow, I was very, very in tune of the teaser trailer and what you were saying. And she said, there's something special when a being takes the role of acceptance when it comes to their evil part in them. There's something special about that. And she said it gave her chills to hear the dialogue over the images on her device when she was watching the teaser trailer. And that means I did my job right. It sparked conversation. I got a lot of DMs yesterday saying, man, this is cool, this is deep. What does this mean? What does that mean? I'm not gonna give it all away, but I wanted to make this video to give you a little bit of insight. Now, if you've seen the last film, some things you can speculate, but this is a totally different beast, pun intended. It's a different type of joint, even though it's a sequel to its predecessor. This character is growing mentally, physically, and every single aspect of the word. And can love conquer all? We don't know. Will the beast within take over? We don't know. That's the conflict. Whenever you have your main character, antagonist / antagonist, has conflict within, makes for a juicy, insightful story. And that's what I'm trying to do. On February the 11th, we resumed filming. That'll be day 30. I did 29 straight days of filming, taking a break. The weather was kind of bad here in Sacramento, a lot of rain and flooding. But in February, on the 11th, I'm going to resume filming. It will take place in Fresno, California, which is about 3 hours away from here. It'll be the first scenes I do with my co-star. So we're excited about getting together, being on screen together. And man, things are moved along real smooth, real nicely. But it felt good to get the teaser out there to the public to give you a sense of the tone of this film opposed to the first one. Same type of joint, but a whole different adventure and journey will take place in this film. But the art of trailers is to get you excited. If you wasn't excited, hopefully you are excited. If you already was excited, it'll pull you in just a little bit more to go, man, what are we in for? This sounds like a wild ride. And to keep it calm and collective, calm goes with the color blue. Agitated, reckless goes with the color red. So that's the two different tones of the film. But by all means, understand this. When the main character changes to a werewolf, havoc will ensue. Trust me. Until next time, be sure to like, share, subscribe, tell all your friends, and more importantly, leave your comments down low. Peace. I'll see you on the flip side.